the pedals. So what I'd like you to do with the pedals is not to look at them when you're putting your feet on them.
Oh,
okay?
okay.
We'll go through them each individually. The first one we're going to try is going to be with our right foot, but don't do anything, I'll just talk to you first.
Right,
okay? It's with our right foot and it's the accelerator.
Right.
And the accelerator is quite easy to push. You push that with your right foot and it supplies all the fuel to the engine.
Right, okay.
So if you imagine more fuel, the faster the car goes.
Oh, right. Okay.
If you take your foot off the accelerator, less fuel, it slows the car down.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay? So we call that engine braking. Sometimes there's no need to brake. If we can see something up ahead and want to slow down, we just release the accelerator slightly.
Oh, right,
okay?
okay.
Now we push that about a width of a pound coin. If you can imagine a width of a pound coin, that's how I want you to start pressing the accelerator for me. So if you put both your hands on the wheel, look straight ahead. Now if you lift your right foot up, and push it down on that accelerator without looking at it, and try and show me what you think a width of a coin is. Right, okay, that's a bit too much. It's going to rev the engine slightly. So if you release it another width of a coin, and again, that's about it. Okay? So I just want you to touch it, and progressively, if you want to go a bit faster, just those widths of a coin again. It's quite easy to press, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very soft.
Yeah. So you can imagine when you first start, just very gently touch and press the width of a pound coin.
Right, okay.
Okay? Now, if you keep your hands on the steering wheel and look ahead, if you lift that right foot up for me, right up and turn it, put it over to the left, that's it, and that's the brake. That pedal there that you're feeling is the brake.
Oh, right,
okay? Try not to look at it, because we're not going to look at it when we're driving, so we'll be looking outside.
Oh,
okay? Now that's the same. I'd like you to press that, the width of the coin, the same as you did with the accelerator. Okay?
It's all firm, isn't it?
Yeah, it's harder to push, isn't it? Don't look at it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. A width of a coin, and a width of a coin, and carry on pressing it, the width of a coin. Right, that's how I want you to press the brake. Okay, release it and relax your feet now, and I'll talk to you about that. It's harder to push because it's like a pump, because it's braking, so it's pumping things around the car.
Oh, right.
So when I asked you to do the width of a coin, width of a coin, width of a coin, that's a nice controlled way to stop. That's called progressive braking, and that's how I want to see you braking.
Right.
Okay? That means we're not going to go whoop when you brake and sort of come to a stop and your seatbelts all work and you tug your legs and everything.
So we're not going to go?
Like that. Okay? Now the brake slows you down and it stops you as well.
Right, okay.
On these new cars, there's always two braking systems. So one goes to the front and back wheel, the other one goes to the front and back wheel. So really, if one of them fails, the other one's going to work. Brakes don't usually fail these days.
Right,
okay, so you can always rely on your brake.
Right, okay.
So when I say brake to stop, that's how I want you to stop, and I want you to press it progressively.
Right,
okay? It also acts, when you first touch it, it also acts as a signal to other people behind you. Didn't you know that when you press the brake, the two back red lights come on? Have you seen them in the car?
No, I just thought that was the lights going on.
Right, okay. So that means that's showing you, so if you see somebody in front of you, that if they touch the brake, it's showing you they're braking, so you know then to react.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah?
That's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah. Same thing happens to you. So when you brake, people behind know that you're going to brake, so they're going to slow down or brake themselves.
Oh, right.
Okay?
Yeah.
There are braking lights in the top windows. Have you seen those red lights come on now and again?
I've seen them occasionally, yeah. Sort of higher up, aren't they?
That's right. And if you had two cars ahead of you, and you would probably be able to see the car in front of that car brake.
Right.
So that's an indicator that in a minute that one's going to brake and you'll be able to brake.
So I could brake before the one in front of my head again then.
You could do, yeah. It gets you ready anyway, gets you prepared. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Good. Now the next one, so that was your right foot, you control the accelerator and the brake. So we call the accelerator the gas pedal, because that's the fuel.
Oh, right, okay.
So your right foot uses the gas and the brake. Now it's your left foot, you've just done it to make sure your seat was in place properly. So you shouldn't have to look at all this time. So put both hands on the wheel,
oh, right, okay.
no looking, and pick your left foot up and press it right down on the clutch. Now that's called the clutch.
Oh, is that
okay?
what that was? When you said that, isn't it?
Yep, that's the clutch, and that's for changing or stopping in gear.
Right, okay.
Okay? So you push it right down when you want to change gear, or when you stop, when you want to stop, push the clutch right down, okay? And you bring it up about a centimetre at a time. So nice, controlled, slow up. So let me see you do that without looking at it. Yep, that's nice. Okay, and that's how I want you to do it.
Right.
Okay? That's fine. Okay, you can relax now. just quickly talk you through this clutch.
Okay.
The clutch is, there's two clutch plates, they're two plates together, and when you push that pedal down, it opens up, it separates the plates.
Right.
Okay? So that's when the car stopped. And the car's not going anywhere, the engine's disconnected to the wheels.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you bring it up slowly in those centimetres, what I'm going to ask you to do when you first move off is to bring it up to find the biting point.
Right.
Now the biting point is when the car wants to go.
Right.
Okay? And you'll be able to feel that, hopefully. So you bring the clutch up, but you don't fully lift it up. Okay?
Right.
Now the biting point, if you bring it up slowly, is just making those clutch plates touch, making them bringing them together.
Right.
And when they're actually touching, that's when the car wants to go.
Right.
Okay? It's not going properly, it's when it wants to pull off.
Right. Okay.
So any slow manoeuvres or anything, or when you're first pulling away and you really want to have nice control, nice slow control, that's when you use the biting point, and that's what's so important in the first few lessons that I want to go through with you. You've got to be able to feel it. Okay? When you've got that biting point and you've started, you release the clutch totally, so you rest your foot on the floor if you want, and that's when the clutch plates are working together. They're both together, so the engine and the wheels are going round at the same time. And that's making the car go.
Right. Okay.
Okay? Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. Okay, now we're going to use the gears today. We're going to go through the gears today, and we're going to go through them up to fourth gear.
Right.
We'll forget about fifth and reverse for today's lesson. Just go into third and fourth. Now, my home, have you heard of neutral? When the gear's in neutral, it just means it's not connected in any way to any of the gears.
Oh, right.
And it's basically sitting at home.
Right.
Okay? And the home here is between third and fourth gear.
Right.
So automatically wants to go there.
Right.
Okay? Into first gear. Now first gear is a very powerful gear. It can pull off, so if you can imagine, it can pull off great big lorries and stuff like that. It can pull off your car with 5 passengers, 4 passengers in it. Okay?
Right.
So it's a real powerful gear. It's not very fast.
Right.
Okay? Now first gear is the one we use for slow manoeuvres and for pulling away, because it's so powerful it'll let you do that when the biting point's on. Okay? First gear will take you up to about 10 miles an hour.
Right.
Okay? Now second gear is still quite powerful, but it's got a little bit more speed to it.
Right.
Okay? And that will take you up to about 20 miles an hour. And so you will push over to me and up for first gear. Then once you're going, come down into second gear.
Right.
Okay? So if you think about maybe number 1 is the world's strongest man, loads of power but not much speed. Number 2 we think is a rugby player maybe, still quite powerful but can run a little bit. Yeah. And when we get up to third gear, you would push it, it wants to go home and then up, and that goes into third gear nicely. That takes you up to about 30 miles an hour. So third gear would be your footballer, would be the one with not as much power but really quite fast and sprinty. Okay? And when we're in nice, taking you up to about 40 miles an hour is 4. So you come down from third, down through home into fourth gear, and there's your sprinter. That's where you can go and go fast.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, in order to work the gears, you have to use the clutch. So you have to put the clutch down